This dog was suffering from an unknown fate. You'll not believe how it has become now. A desperate dog with heavy dreadlocks full of fleas and worms got a jaw-dropping makeover after a visit to the groomer for her very first shave. 9-year-old Hungarian Puli Bundes was found by a concerned family chained up by her owner in Novi Sad, Serbia. Bundes has been bought as a puppy and spent her entire life in chains. As a result, she was in terrible health and was weighed down by her heavy coat, typical of her breed, that had never been maintained. The family members, Alexandra, Christina, and Joka, decided to rescue Bundes from her life of misery and took her into their home with 6 other dogs. After treating her for various diseases, including heartworm, they took Bundes to grooming studio in Leni on February 21st, where the sweet-natured dog met groomer and Novi Sad native Andrihana Farkas. Bundes was definitely the dog in the worst condition we had had, Andrihana, 29, told the Epoch Times. While she was small and cute, she was loved. As the dog grew and as more and more time had to be devoted to maintaining her coat, the Hungarian Puli requires a lot of effort to keep the coat and skin healthy, so the dog was more and more left to herself and to nature. Bundes was a hero, Adriana said. After battling her disease, all that stood between the brave dog and her new life was the need for a new haircut. We were honestly afraid of how the chained dog would behave in the salon, how she would react to the sounds, but Bundes surprised us all again and behaved unexpectedly well, she said, who opened up her salon in 2022. On several occasions she tried to get off the table, but with the many kisses and hugs she received, she realized that we wanted to help, and after that, she constantly licked my hands as if she wanted to thank me for helping her. What happened next changed this animal's life. Over 700 grams of severely matted fur had been shaved from a tiny dog, prompting a warning to pet owners that failing to groom can be life-threatening. Pictures show Lucas, a Maltese cross, blanketed in dreadlocks, which shockingly were clogged with hundreds of grass seeds. He'll not be returned to his owner after being rescued by the RSPCA last month from the Quiana region, a coastal community 100 kilometers south of Perth. In the weeks that followed, Lucas was forced to undergo multiple surgeries to remove grass seeds. His carers told Yahoo News Australia that they had wormed their way into his body, creating abscesses. One had even penetrated his eye. Without surgery, seeds can become embedded deep in the skin and even cause death. Video captures the moment Lucas had his dreadlocks shaved. Video supplied by RSPCA shows the remarkable moment Lucas was shaved bare, giving him relief for the first time in months. What to do if you can't care for your pet? Lucas is almost recovered and will be listed for adoption very soon, the RSPCA advised. Ms. Green has urged owners to consider whether they can accommodate the grooming needs of long-haired breeds before purchasing them. She's urging anyone struggling to care for their pet to reach out to friends, family, or the RSPCA. Please don't let your pet suffer, she said. What happened to this dog was incredible. There was so much dirt and feces blocking the door to the barn stall where Lazarus had been living, trapped in filth and inside his overgrown coat, it had to be shoveled away. From the looks of the dog and the door, it looked like it had been a while, says C., a dog groomer who requested her name be kept private. C. and another groomer, Jessica Kinchelow, had been asked by a neighbor to help the dog, whose owner is terminally ill. About a week ago, they went to his house and freed him from the stall, then freed him from his coat, taking off just over 35 pounds of hair in the process. During the grooming, Lazarus seemed unsure at first, but once the hair was clipped away from his neck, he calmed down and seemed to realize because it was making him feel better, says Kinchelow. In fact, everything seemed new, like walking, being petted and fussed over too. He was okay with human touch, but didn't seem familiar to it. He warmed up to us really quick, especially after offering treats, says Kinchelow. Lazarus has been taken into the nonprofit Big Fluffy Dog Rescue. He's in a foster home in Virginia where he will stay for weeks or months or however long it takes until he lets it be known that he's ready to be adopted into a permanent home. Now, Big Fluffy Dog Rescue founder Gene Harrison tells the Dodo that Lazarus is still getting accustomed to his new life. For example, he approached a freshly grilled steak cautiously, which made us sad, she says, but he quickly got the idea and was incredibly happy to have the steak. In the short time since his rescue, Lazarus is proving to be a sweet, loving, grateful dog. Though that last part makes Harrison sad. Dogs shouldn't have to feel grateful, she thinks. It means they have seen and suffered too much, she says. We look forward to the day when he takes all of this as his due. How common are dreadlock dogs? This case is by no means an isolated occurrence in Australia. In the West, the RSPCA has reported attending to increased numbers of affected dogs, many who have gone for months without grooming. After attending to a number of separate incidents across the state, the charity is considering prosecuting the owners of 2 Maltese crosses, 2 Lhasa Apsos, and a toy poodle over alleged animal cruelty. It's not just about looks. When a dog's fur gets long and matted, it can lead to discomfort, pain, restricted movement in eye, ear, or skin infections, RSPCA Inspector Manager Kylie Green said. All dogs require washing and grooming, and ignoring these needs in a high-care breed can quickly become a welfare concern.